Good morning to all. Actually, today we're going to discuss about ourselves. I thought everyone has having trying for something, even getting more power. Somebody getting success, even small try. Somebody getting success after very long stretch and tries. What could be the cause of it? When I thought about this question, I got reason from the lessons from the nature. To understand the lessons from the nature, we have to understand about our nature, Mother Nature, how it is, where we formed, how it is coming like. Why somebody is getting success quickly, why somebody is getting success very late, and sometimes they may not get success also. Why somebody is suffering, why this is coming like. For this, I thought to go back to our origin. Origin means where nothing was there in the universe. Just a force, just a force. What Maharishi says about it, it says that is called Suttavali. It's a ultimate force. There only everything is living. To understand that, first we understand what is eternal in the life. What is the one is everlasting in the life? Is it earth? It is tree? It is plant? Is it human? What is the everlasting one? If you ask the question, anything what you are seeing in the around you is having span of life. If it is created if it is generated, it has to die out. Like if you take Earth has a life, it has a history. They're saying, yeah, there is a Big Bang theory, how the Earth is coming. Several theories are available, but which means it's created, which means it has an end. Okay, what about sun? Sun also having something. And what about stars? Stars also having some lifespan, maybe millions of years, but they have some lifespan. What is eternal? The space where all the inanimate, animate, or entire universe is floating. That space is the one. Maharishi says the space have one capability called pressure. It has the pressure. It has the ability to self-compress itself and repel itself. With the technique, every universe is created. That's Maharishi beautiful finding. If you to understand that, let us understand like this. If something is the force is acting to a member, the member will move. I'll try to push. Okay. If there is no opposite pressure, it'll continuously pushing it. Okay. So when force is acting, the member is moving. But if the opposite force acts, that will be static. Okay. That will be like balance is happening. But the similar kind, the force is acting surround the force completely. So every direction the force is acting. What will happen? That element trying to spin. When they're trying to spin, actually what happens, the self-compressive force in the universe is giving pressure to the same itself. When it happens, it breaks itself and it's combining it and it started to spin. When it started to spin, and this is having friction with the same force. When the friction happens, it will be like heat generated. Then when the compressive force is started to spin largely, there are some particles comes out of it, like a wave format. It's called magnet force. Then when the friction happens, the heat is generated. Then light is generated. Then sound is generated. Likewise, then earth or solid materials are generated. That's how the universe is formed. When the universe formed, when it has some specific location where everything matches, it forms in a different format. Like two molecules are combining each other, it becomes water. Oxygen and oxygen and nitrogen forms in a specific format. it becomes a water. Then when water forms, there are creatures like organic or micro organics are happening. Then it's getting mutated every time. That mutation goes to different form. It forms like a small planet, like one sense creature, like plant. The plant is growing and is coming in the world. If if has some problem of its growth, like it's taking the water, taking the sunlight, taking the energy, is growing. When these things are, water is not available nearby, it may die. While it dying, as I said, like the universe is the plant is created, there is a magnetic energy inside. That's a one. It's like giving sense of one sense, like it's touching sense, it's finding the water, taking the water. If it is not finding the water, it feels like, oh, it feels like I should, if I move from this place, I can have some water. That that feeling always printed inside. When it goes beyond uh, sorry, somebody putting message. Sorry, sorry, sir.
No, you continue. You continue.
Sorry. Sorry. When it forms that way, it's feel like it has to generate. That record is printed in the innate genetic center. Let us see what is genetic center little later. Is created, that imprint is print created. When imprint is created, then after some time it start to mutate to the form. It's tried to generate in other format. Like if you're putting like some seeds in your vessel for a long time, after some time if you see that the seeds becomes there is a small worms will be there. What happens to the seeds? That energy which is inside the seed will be converted as a different format. Likewise, the plant is goes to the different format. It adding one more sense to that. It's like a taste sense. So the seed is tasting it and making it. Then from this, that the worms will be converted as a small, what do you say, um, um, ant kind of creature, and it moves from place to place. To move, what is the purpose of movement? To identify something is beyond it, somewhere it smells and goes for that. So it moves and it's forming the third sense. Likewise, fourth sense comes to them, like seeing it like a reptile kind of creatures. Then it goes to bird and animals. From animal, human is formed. No, the complete formation happening with its own record and feelings. What happening? The ultimate universe force is converted in a different format. Is based on the its rotational speed. When it's combined with something, it has some energy in it. If it has more energy, it's called electron kind of thing. Electron has a lot of energy, so it will spin largely and go away from the place. When it goes that away speed away, then it spins very large speed. It will loses some energy. When it loses the energy, it will become proton. If loses some more energy, the proton becomes slow than electrons. When it further loses the energy, it will go become neutron. It becomes like a almost zero state. It's a static state. When that also dies, it goes to the universal. It's nothingness. So this, according to the molecule formation, it's forming a different format. As I said, 1 to 6 sense creature, and organic to inorganic material, and solid to liquid state or nothingness stage. But everything is made of same. The only difference is the combination is different. How much is combining together is a solid one. If it is nothing, it will become liquid one. What Maharishi says, about the nothingness, about the magnetic force. It's a kind of fluid. He says paimapurul. He's saying in Tamil word paimapurul, which means a fluid kind. It's not like a liquid, but it's a similar kind of liquid. But liquid is the one, if you put something, it will go inside. And liquid also goes inside that. Like if you're putting like the seeds in the water, if you see the inside the water, there will be seed, and inside the seed also inside that water is there. Similarly, the universal power is like a fluid. It allows anything inside, and it will penetrate in the inside of anything also, which means that forms its own, and it's created as a different format. This is coming because of the uh, self-compressive force. So what we learn from this? What happens? Let us take our human body. We are human. We are say organic. Sorry, living creature. A kind of living creature. What happening? We have solid material in our body. It's like body. The body is nothing but formation of that same universal magnesium, but in a different density. And we have heat in our body, and we have air in our body, and we have liquid in our body like a flat format. All the five Buddhas combined it, and we create a body. But what is the difference between the body and dead body? When we are acting and performing, we are saying all the stuff, but when you have all the organ, when you're dead, no organ is functioning. So what is the difference between this one, that one? That is called magnetic force. The magnetic force exists in everything in the world. Everything has the magnetic force. Only thing uh, we didn't see. That's the only difference actually. 50 years ago, if someone says we can call someone from here to India and we can talk like a live conversation, nobody would have believed it. But it happens. It's happening, and without any wire or any connection, it's happening. What is real thing? Really, if you think, let's say you're playing a radio. Okay, if you're tuned to 98.5 FM, you will get some songs, all those things. If you tune to other FM, you will get other songs. But when you don't have radio, you're not hearing the song. It doesn't mean that the sound is not there. The magnet is not there. When you have the instrument to decode it, you can decode it, which means the universal magnetic force has every information all the time. That's why if you are tuning the frequency, you are getting the sound. Otherwise, you won't. If you're saying that sound is coming only the particular place, you will get only the sound in particular place. But if you tune everywhere, you're getting that. Wherever it spreads, you're getting that. Which means when the energy spreads, it's everywhere there. Coming to our body and this thing, what happening in our body, the same magnetic force is revolving in our body. That magnetic force makes a difference between organic and inorganic. The organic magnetic body we called as biomagnetism. It's a magnet which is forming in our body. It revolves around and is connecting all your body and circulate in our body. We know anything circle goes like a circle, there should be a center. Likewise, when the biomagnetism revolves in our body, there is a center. This forms a center. When you go towards the center, there is no function. It's almost zero state. What Maharishi explained this one, when the molecules are vibrating, if it is spinning so fast, it will ripple and go away from the circle. Yeah, when it's slow and weak, it will go towards the center, which is like a static stage, zero stage. What happens? To understand better, if you imagine a big pond, you are throwing a stone in the pond. The stone falls in the water. When the moment the stone falls in the water, there is a wave forms in the water. It goes continuously to the entire pond. Similarly, there is a magnetism revolves in our body, which is creating the vibration in our body, which generates and goes to the universe continuously until the complete end of the universe. everybody is like a power bank. Everybody, every material, everything is a power bank. It's always generate the waves, and create the waves, it spreads the waves continuously in the world. We also do that. What happens, the waves creates that, it goes and spreads continuously. Imagine there is an opposite stone you're throwing on the same pond. When the wave is forming, you're putting one more stone. That stone will form other wave. When the two waves merge each other, there is an obstruction created. Similarly, when the wave goes from our body, it spreads to the world. If it is touches some organic material, that interrupted by the waves of that material, that pressure difference you will feel like a sense. If you're seeing the something, which means your energy is converted as a light energy. As I said, like everywhere the and same energy, but you have an instrument to decode it. Like if you want to have a TV telecast, you can, if you decode the TV telecast, you will see the picture as well as sound. If you have radio only, you can have only sound, which means there are instruments to decode that in different format. Similarly, in our body also, there are instruments to decode in different format. Eyes will be the one decoding as a light. Ears is the one decoding as a sound. Tongue is the one decoding as a taste. Smell also similar. So when our body, the vibration goes and interact with that material, it ripples as a not ripples. It's giving like a extra disturbance kind of thing. That feel your instrument is decoding in different formats. You are seeing that, you're seeing the light is there in front of me. There is a monitor. It looks like the square type, and light is coming. I'm seeing that from the eyes, and there is a sound happening in the far end of my place. It's here. My ear is taking it, which means that that one is decoded. So always whatever created in the world, it is spreading in the world. It's like sound, and these things are like a particle kind of thing. Maharishi says sound is like a particle, light also like a particle. Science also agrees now. Previously they're saying light is like a wave format. Now they're saying light also like particle format. Maharishi says any format, if you want to move in that universe, there should be a particle, there should be a gap in between. That gap only spreads it. So likewise, we also spreading, somebody also spreading, some organic also spreading, that is interacting, and we are feeling like a senses in different, because of the different instrument we have in our body, like skin having that touching feeling, everything. It has this feeling has three different, this is called like experience. The experience having three major parts, like cognition, experience, and discrimination. The touching feel itself, unarv itself having three formats. Like what is cognition? Like understanding that what's the difference. There is a understanding what it is. That's a cognition. And the feeling what you are experiencing is experience. And discriminating is nothing but you are differentiating between two formats. For example, if you take an apple, what is the taste of apple? You say it's sweet. What is the taste of mango? It's sweet. What is the taste of orange? Sweet. So, but everything is sweet, but you can discriminate between, you can differentiate between this. This is different, that is different, that also different. How you can make it? So we are saying one particular taste, but it has a several variant in it. That variant can be decoded by our senses. It's absorbed. This is called discriminating each other. It's every time it's doing it. You are recording the information and making it. If you're seeing an elephant now, okay, you're printing it, and you're seeing elephant in future, and saying you're comparing the elephant. Oh, this element not look like same. How is this comparing? Because you have the information about previous elephant in your mind, and you're comparing with the other one, and your mind is comparing that and is discriminating. Oh, this is slightly different than that elephant. Similarly, if you see whatever experience you're having, that is discriminating and recording it. Okay, in this, what we can understand from this? Okay, we are feeling it, everything is fine. What is the use of it? What use it? Whenever you're experiencing this thing, this continuous experience is recording the information in a genetic center. That information goes to genetic center. Genetic center is nothing but the center of the biomagnetic flow. It goes there and record the information. When you continuously record the information, that itself has some quality that is called anma. It's like we say like soul. Like the genetic center record the information is called soul. Now it has some quality because it depends on what kind of experience you are getting it. Why a different experience you're getting it? Because we are doing different actions and different feelings. When you're going to the movie and you're seeing something, you're observing this and coming that, you become a habit of going movie and understanding this, and you're doing some action, it become addicted. If you do meditation regularly, it become the nature of your meditation habit, then it recorded there. If you do something daily exercise everything, it will be recorded in it. Similarly, negative thoughts, negative things also recorded. It become your quality. When it's become your quality, your see, like, what is the difference between the quality of anma and actual character and personality? People used to say, people, when you see someone, if you see someone, some of your friend got promotion or increment, if you feel happy inside, we'll say always, yeah, congratulations man, you get a very good place, super, everything we says. In mentally, what we think is our nature. What mentally, if you think, it's really good, if you think, that's your nature. If you think, oh, this guy is not qualified for that, how he got it, if you think, that become your nature. That nature comes from how the record you are making in yourself. These records, what I'm saying, that how that experience coming and making yourself is our choice. We can decide what kind of experience we like to have in our body and soul. This kind of information stored in a genetic center is passes to our generation, not through only birth, also by the magnetic force. Every day you are repelling and doing it. And moreover, one thing I like to say, there is something called specific gravity principle, which means if you, as I said, like it has a different vibration frequencies, like 13 to 40 cycle per second. And the waves also going the same way. When you are getting angry, your wave will be like 40 cycle per second. So much speed it will go. And if you're calm and cool, and it may be 13 cycle per second, the speed will be less. And for example, I can say like say your kid is, you are writing a homework in a homework or office work in your home, and you are using the pen. Your 2 years old kid is seeing that. If the kid is seeing, what will happen. You're going to finish that writing. What will happen if you keep the pen? You know what will happen. He will take it and do the things as you want. Finally, pen will be spoiled. So you know what he will do. So what you'll do with the happy in mind, but same time cautious in your mind, you'll keep that pen on top of your cupboard or something, because he should not touch it. You are keeping it a non-reachable place of him. You went for some other walk, you different mode, and coming back to home, you forgot where you kept it. You don't know what will happen. You're coming and saying, you're coming with hungry and asking your wife to cook food for you, shouting and saying, where is the pen? I don't know, nobody is keeping proper manner. You're shouting, everything happening kind of thing. Now you forgot the things what you have, where you kept it. Now your 2 years old kid is coming. When you see him, you're getting the same happy mode in your mind. When that goes to that level, you immediately try to recollect where you kept the pen. What is the difference between this? The previously, you are in the different mind frequency, you recorded some information. When you are going to the different frequency, you forgot the things what you recorded, because you are in different frequency. When you reaches the frequency of what you done, you recollect that one. Yes, I kept here. So immediately you're taking the pen, which means your actions, what you are doing, whatever you're doing, what frequency you're doing, everything is recorded as per that feelings are as per that frequency mode. So if everything goes to the same frequency mode, you may get recollection of same issues, what happens in future. Even if you say, if you some nasty thing happens, you didn't like it, that information it stores in your mind. And whenever you're getting pressure, when you're getting angry, you will start to scold someone. When you become friend, you're getting fight with your friend, find friend, for example, and you become friends again, you're normal. Okay, you friends something, friend is doing same mistake again, your rise is rising, and you recollect all his mistakes past, what he did. Not only for friend, example, your spouse also. You will be fought with your spouse for some specific problems, with the angry mode. Now you are living a happy life. Everything is go smooth. Somewhere your spouse is making problem to you with the same manner. Immediately you will collect all the problems whatever she did. Why this happens? Because that frequency in the higher angry frequency recorded so many information. When you're getting the frequency of the angry mode, you are getting same information. You're scolding your wife. Oh, you did that way on that day. Because of that, life has become this way. Blah 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 blah. All the things are going up, which clearly indicates that whatever the record making, you are making that record on the frequency mode. What is the essence in it? Maharishi says the ultimate frequency of God particle or space is zero, which has all the information. Zero has everything, which has lower, upper, all the information it has. When you go and connect with your ultimate, then only you can get all the information in your life. But unfortunately, our frequencies are far away from that. We are not going and connecting it. For example, uh, to explain it more, I'm trying to say the universe is a complete ocean, let's say. The ocean has some wind. Because of the wind, you'll get some waves in the ocean. The waves is the life of us. We are getting wave which like elevated, we feel like a different world, something is different, wave is coming like this. When waves goes to down, it become water. It's nothing. So likewise, the whole universe has the magnetic field. It's a wave kind of format we made it. It's a temporary. It will go back to the same. It'll come back and go back, come back and go back. When you come back, you're creating some this thing, you're going back, which means you're connected with the universe. You are with the universe. Like complete universe is a ocean. You are like a small drop of water, but still you're part of that. Only difference is the frequency between the nature and yourself make you discrimination between this thing. You are keeping you away from that. You are living in the, or not you and we are living in the angry or emotional mode. That's why we are forgetting this. Once you establish the connection with the God, which means universe, you have to go to the frequency of zero, then you will get connection. How to make it? Is it possible? Absolutely it is possible. It is possible through meditation techniques. Maharishi gave a beautiful meditation techniques. If you do meditation at Agana, your frequency will comes down 13 cycle per second to 8 second cycle per second. Cool mind. If you do Duriya meditation, the moment you started do Duriya meditation, it goes to 8, below 8 and up to 4 or 5 it will go. Then if you do Duryatit meditation, it will go and touch around zero frequency as well. But why we are not getting constantly there? We know that, everyone knows that, probably whoever learned Maharishi concept might know these techniques for sure. But are we doing it continuously with that? It is because of we are habited to do some other way. Why? What habit is making? Let's say you have a river dam. You're constructing a dam and the river. Okay. When you open the water in the dam, where the water will go? Will it go in opposite direction? No, it will go in the river direction only, where that impressions are made. Like, because when the continuously water goes in a particular river, it creates a impression in the earth by eroding the soil or something. It will create this thing. When you remove the water, automatically water will go the same way. Similarly, in our life also, we have created a kind of river depression, like it goes continuously it goes. Whenever you think, it'll go the same way. The pattern of thinking will be same. That's why, in the police cases, the criminals are found based on the pattern of crime. The people will do the same pattern of crime mostly with the pattern of crime. They can understand who is the culprit. Police can identify 80%. This, okay, we know this pattern is happening. So why the frequency is not setting now? Because our frequency is habited to make more than 13 to cycle to 40 cycle only. The impression is created with that one. So it's always our mind is going that way. Even though you are going to the different direction, it is not possible because the direction is different, because deeper impression we made it. Now, what is the how to divert to our the desirable way? Yeah, is nothing. Only option is continuous practice. Continuous practice and meditation. How the meditation is helping? Meditation is the key, like flowing water in a river. You're putting a dam. When you're putting a dam, the water flow is stopped. Then automatically water pressure will increase. When water pressure increases, then you'll feel like a pressure. Likewise, if you go to meditation and you go sit in the Agna, you will feel the pressure in the Agna chakra, little more pressure. Why the pressure is happening? Because you're stopping that flow outside, and building a dam across the river, the water flow rises. Okay, the pressure is increasing, and Agna again pressure is increasing. The next technique what Maharishi is doing, you going to Turyadit meditation. When you push yourself into Turyadit meditation, the pressure is disappears. Why? Because it goes to the area more than its very big area, so the pressure automatically reduces. So frequency always down, which means he is directing to the area. Instead of 14-13 per second cycle to second, he is directing to the slow area, which means building a dam, rising the water pressure, and using for irrigation by putting channels in different direction. The water will go to the irrigation area wherever you want. Otherwise, there's no way to convert the dam, the water to the irrigation area. You're stopping it, rising the water, putting the other direction, take for irrigation. Similarly, you do meditation, your pressure will increase, divert into a smaller way to the zero frequency. That will go for the purpose you want. When that purpose goes that way, the record will be fine and accurate. If you have good records, then you will have a good life. Why it happens? You think like this. I believe the creature created from 1 to 6, is converted one by one. When the human brain comes to our end, human creature comes to, and we have the capability of combining all the information and acting in the same way. That's a, see what's the difference between animal and this thing. Animal also has brain, we also has brain. Animal also has the organs, we also got the organ. Animal also has fixed 5 senses to understand taste, touch, smells, light, everything. But we also have the same. What is the difference actually? The difference is, people say no, animal cannot think. No, animal also can think. If you go your home, the dog can identify you, his master. He'll come to you. It's very polite to you. If enemy comes, he'll bark. So which means it's also discriminating, but it also understanding, and this also thinking. Who is the one is coming to kill him? Who is the one coming to save him? The animal can understand. It will attack the enemies. It will stop these enemies because it's thinking. It can think. Then what is the difference? Difference is, and human can think and act in a different way than it is in previous. For example, if you are practicing your dog to take a ball, if you throw a ball, the dog will go and take the ball and come bring to you. It will happen. You could have saw many dogs are doing it. Yeah. But no dog can take the ball, go to the shop and sell it and make it as money, unless you practice that way. But human can do that, which means whatever the circumstance, you are doing something, you are collecting this, you are going to do something which is beyond the previous records. It's like creativity power. which is a kind of imagination power. That is a difference between human and uh, animals actually. That difference makes the human to improve more and more. See, now I said like one guy is trying. The beginning of lecture I started with one guy is trying so hard, he's not getting the success. One guy is trying simply, he got success. Why? Because of it is their generation by generation, how his forefather thinks that and create a record for himself as a Sanjita Karma. We know that in Maharishi concept, what is Sanjita Karma, Agami Karma, and Prartha Karma. Sanjita Karma is the one is coming from generations. Prartha Karma is the one, whatever you are doing and recording it. And Agaya Karma, these two informations creating kind of induction to you to do some action. That's called Agami Karma. Agamyam means, A means soul, Kamyam means attachment. The soul attached with something is trying to do that. It's Agami Karma. These karma are coming through genetic center, which is the record of what you are creating. So our forefather and his forefather created some kind of mindset in your brain or genetic center that's give you energy, elevated level. Let's example, we have a deep well. The deep well, there are people living in the like there are 5 people fall inside the deep well. One guy is near to the top, 5 feet near to the top. He just grab some stone or something. He's standing there. One guy is in the middle of it. This is a different level. Another guy falls in the well. If both are trying, if they give, first guy gives just to raise a hand, he can catch the top and go out. If second guy tries something, he'll go out quickly. The third guy has to entire well he has to pass through. These entire well stages, I'm saying, these stages are created by our past generation peoples. Yeah, somebody is thought very good and live very good spiritual life, and this thing, his level of capable understanding and the karmas are better level, he can get success very quickly. Some guys might have had some problem in the past or this thing, this karmas are little low or something, so he has to try little more to go up. If the guy is completely down, is something else also. Now you are making an action that's trying to elevate yourself to come out of the well. If you're trying to climb some extent, if you create that stage, you are giving for your kids. Okay, when your life ends with not achieving the goal of something, even it can be achievable, nothing wrong in it, anybody can achieve, but I'm saying if it is not achievable because of the so much karma, you are giving an elevated level to the kids. So your kid will be better than you. If he performs better, he can go better and he can reach even quickly. That's a difference elders are made with different thought process, because without understanding the secret of nature, the lessons from the nature. But Maharishi gave us fantastic explanation why this is created, how it's created, everything is given, which means whatever we create in our body and mind is recorded in our body. That gives you elevation levels. If you do karma, instead of good things, if you do bad things, you are going to the well little more deeper. When you go to the well little more deeper and deeper, you are putting your generation also in a deeper locations. If they want to climb, they have to climb by erasing your problem also. Your problem, you like, let's say you are creating a 5 feet again depth, so that kid has to rise another 5 feet. So when you say competition, the guy will be at top, will get easy success. He thinks like, oh, I'm just trying so much, I'm not getting it. Nothing wrong in it. There is nothing end of it. There is a point. You can try, you can go up. There is no issue. So what I'm trying to say, success is completely possible. Completely possible. Only thing is, what is the different amount of pain or pleasure you have to take? It depends on what karma you have in your life. So if you are not getting success immediately, don't worry, you are climbing up. If you're doing something you are already climbing in that level. You are already climbing, you're going up definitely, but we don't know when we will reach it, because we don't know how much depth we fall already. So now if you start living with a good life by helping others and doing good karmas, creating good records within you, keep your body and mind in perfect position and perfect lifestyle, which will give you success ever in your life. That's all message I like to convey to all. If you have any more questions, you can ask now. Thank you very much.